Greetings YouTube, my name is Jeremy and this here is my 2003 International School Bus. It's got a 7.3 liter T444E engine in it. It's got 212,000 miles on it. Comes from the lovely state of New York, fortunately from a part where they do not have salt on their roads, so frame's in good condition. Runs, drives, great. Everything seems fine mechanically. We've already gotten started on this, but I just wanted to quick introduce you to the project and introduce you to myself. I'm 25 years old. I've been considering doing a project like this for a little while now. Been really enjoying all the stuff that's out there on YouTube in terms of how to and design and just people sharing their school buses, their projects, their travels, all the different stuff that goes along with this. So I just wanted to kind of contribute a little bit here. I don't have a ton of time to stick into making the videos as some people do. There's not going to be high production value on this. I apologize, but I do want to show you what I'm working on and maybe give some helpful pointers for other people along the way. So I'm going to go ahead and pop in here. I've already done some work and I will try and post some videos to give a little bit of an update on how I got to this point. But so coming up in our driver's cabin here, got all sorts of tools and shit in the way, but I've removed the seats. I started out going underneath the bus. I'd use a vice grips and clamp onto the nut that was there, that was on the bottom side of the bolt that went down through. You can see all along here. You'd have two bolts going down through the seat, through those holes, and then you can see through to underneath there. And they're bolted on the other side. So I started out climbing underneath, putting a vice grip on the nut, and then coming back up, taking an impact, pulling them out. There was a lot of climbing around. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So I switched to an angle grinder and a cutoff disc and chopped off the heads of all the bolts, and then just tapped them down through, pulled the seats right out. I've started working on removing this paneling here. It's just held in with a bunch of Phillips screws. But I couldn't get it all the way out because it laps up underneath the windows. And I'm going to have to take those out, I think, in order to get that off the rest of the way. And then, in order to do that, it's not too difficult. Just got to pull these screws. And then I think where these, see if I can get this in focus here. There's a little stopper there. It's kind of hard for you to see, but it's held in with a rivet, and that keeps the windows from going down too far, like so. And I believe those rivets are also holding them in, because I've pulled out some of these screws and the window gets pretty loose, but it doesn't come out all the way. So working on figuring that out. This piece of trim that ran along here was just held in with screws, no big deal. Pulled that out. The ceiling in this bus was riveted. And thanks to another YouTube video, I was able to learn a pretty efficient way of dealing with that, which is to pop the center out of all the rivets and then come along and chisel off the remaining part. So this here is an air chisel, and it's an air hammer, I guess, with a chisel in it. And you just take that, you put it right to the center of it, pops it right out, and then you take, and I've got somewhere around here another chisel bit, which I had to sharpen in a particular way with a round. Sorry, it's not focusing very well here. And, put a rounded face on this side a little bit so that it doesn't dig into the sheet metal, but then put that into the air chisel and just go at it like that, and it pops them right off. You can do the whole, did all these panels last night in a matter of, I don't know, a couple hours at most. So definitely a good way of going about that. So that's pretty much where we are at the moment. I'm gonna try and make some more progress today, see if I can't get the rest of this sheet metal out, get the rest of the ceiling down, maybe pull out this fiberglass, and maybe get started on ripping out the floor. So glad to have you all along for the ride, and stay tuned.